I'll be the first to admit that not all of my ideas are necessarily winners. Some of them can be bad. But I have had an idea as I was driving along here that is genius. And I can't believe no one's ever thought of it before. It's actually surprised me. So an ambulance has just passed me, and there was a queue on the dual carriageway, and obviously as a truck driver you'll do your best to try and let ambulances through and get in as far as you can do, but then you see some car drivers and they just don't move out of the way. It's like, I don't know if they're panicked or if they just can't be bothered to move, or they're just not moving. And it's definitely a problem, because obviously that ambulance needs to get somewhere, or someone parks silly so they can't get past. Now there is a resource that's only used like 5% of the year: snow plows. Why don't we attach the snow plows to the front of the ambulances and let them drive along like that? The snow plows only need them when it's snowing. And technically the ambulances could help with the ploughing of the snow as they're getting to wherever they need to be. There might be snowy conditions, but more importantly, they can help scoop up and move the cars out of the way as they're travelling along. Genius. I might have to patent that. Hello, my name is Big Daddy, and this is Except for Access. That is bloody miserable weather, and let's just get into it. I came in this week probably more eager than I did the week before. I've really had my eyes set on that 2,000 mile goal, and I know it's something that I actually set myself. This is not something the company wants out of me as such. This is something that I personally want to achieve, because I don't know, I like giving myself goals, even if they are completely unreasonable. And this part, the intro, was supposed to be done yesterday. Come on, little friend. And the reason why it's not being done yesterday and it's being done today is Monday had a bit of a hitch. So, what went wrong this Monday? I delivered my first load off, not my trailer. I've got someone else's trailer, which is fine. It's quite a nice trailer. I think it's like 3 higher than mine, and in fairness, it's actually almost exactly the same as my trailer. And when I say almost, I mean it's pretty much identical, but I just don't know, there's something about it. I know that sounds odd, but I just like my trailer, or maybe I'm just used to it, I don't know, or maybe I'm absolutely mental. Either option is very possible. But yeah, so I collected my next load in it, and then got to my next site to meet one of the largest queues I've ever seen. And apparently the plant had broken down completely, and at one point, and this is what I heard from other drivers, there was over 100 wagons waiting in the queue. And needless to say, it does take a while to process 100 wagons when they've been queuing up. I didn't wait as long as some other people, but I did wait a not insignificant amount of time. 20 hours, in fact. 20 hours! That is now my record for waiting in a queue. Which, you know, is not something to be proud of or anything, but, you know, you've got to... Life's about taking the little victories. So if we've done something. We've been in a queue longer than any other this week. So yeah, well, let's be honest, the 2,000 miles is not going to happen this week. I think the only ways that could possibly happen is, at the very least, removing the limiter from the truck, but probably better than that, maybe jetpacks, some way of launching the truck. But then technically that makes the truck a plane, so I'll be a plane driver. I'm sure there's a name for that. Tacho's just popped up, overspeed infringement. I hate getting overspeeds. Anyway, it's one of them things that you do get them occasionally, but I don't know, it just feels like a bit of a failure when you get them. It just doesn't look very good, does it? I mean, I understand not everyone's going to be in the know with this, so I'll just briefly explain what an overspeed is. And it all starts with a machine that is commonly referred to as a tacho. And the tacho is a digital black box, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. And it records everything that's going on with the truck. It records the speed, it records when it's driving, it records when I'm on brake. And that means that the company can come along and say, right, well, you've exceeded your brake here, or you've done this wrong, and they can basically try and advise you to, well, not do that again. And then you've got the governing body, the DVSA, which I often call VOSA on the channel, but they have changed. They did change the name a while ago, but I'm going to continue calling them VOSA. And they can come along and they will fine you if they so wish. And the other thing that trucks have got is a speed limiter, and that basically that does as it says. It will stop the truck from going over X speed. For instance, this truck is set to 56 miles an hour and it cannot exceed that speed. Unless it's going down a hill, then obviously it's all down to gravity, and the more weight you have on, the more it wants to go down the hill. And if you're going down a big steep hill, that's fine, you can feel it. For instance, this one here, I can feel it starting to pull. I can apply the engine brake and I can bring the truck back down to that 56 miles an hour. But then there are some hills which are really sneaky, and you can't tell that the hills, they just look like flat ground, and it gradually picks up speed because of all that weight behind you. And if you're fully loaded and you're on a hill, your truck wants to go down that hill, and it will pick up over that 56 or whatever your limit is set to. And the next thing you know, it's flashing up saying that you've got an infringement, and we don't want for infringements. Infringements are bad because your company doesn't like them, and VOSA doesn't like them, and generally it's bad times all around. See, my old Scania had quite a nice little feature, and it had a pre-overspeed alert, and it popped up and it let you know that you've been going over the speed limit for a set period of time, and if you don't slow down, you'll get an infringement. This truck doesn't have that feature, and even if it did, I never really liked it that much anyways, because you still got that same feeling of crap going over speeds, and I don't know, it still felt a bit like a failure in a way. What I would like to see, or hear more to the point, is I'd like it so that there's a little noise, like a little tone. Nothing loud, just something quiet that just lets you know you're exceeding the speed limit. And then once you've come back underneath it then makes another little noise, say, yep, you're back under, all good. Or, why can't we have it so like maybe the dashboard is normally green or something like that, the backlight on it, but then if you start going over the 56, it'll go red, or something to kind of show that you're exceeding that speed limit, something that's not just something flashing up here saying you're doing something wrong. actually giving a bit more feedback to the driver and let them know before something flashes up. I don't know. I mean, the way I look at it is, with all the technology that we've got, and with all these people putting such incredible pieces of equipment together, there must be a better way of letting a driver know that they're doing something wrong without a machine shouting at them. Surely there's a nicer way of doing it. Am I wrong in saying that? And welcome to this segment, Reading Comments with Big Daddy, which is going to get renamed. Oh, crap, right. How do we answer this one? Barry Smith says... I don't even know how to respond to this one. What do you do if you're stuck in traffic and you need a crap? Like, right now, needing a crap. I don't know. I have never been that desperate before. I've needed a pee. I got stuck in traffic on the M62 for hours. I must have been there for like 3 hours, and I was needing a pee anyways. And I had to go besides the wagon in lane 2 of the M62. I got some disgusted looks. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? Michael Woodward says, hilarious. I'm sorry, but pineapple on a pizza is just wrong, and it has to be brown sauce on a bacon butty. I love it when everyone's wrong. DS says, great vlog again. I know. Kevin asks, what type of music do you like to listen to while driving? All sorts. I mainly listen to podcasts. I've got one podcast that I listen to all the time at the moment, which is How Did This Get Made? It is awesome. Basically, they just watch crap films and they review them. Awesome. Ali Simple says, what's your favourite truck? If I was to buy my own truck, I'd get an S-Series Scania. I think that would probably be my choice. I do love the new Scanias. They are they're beautiful. Mark Musgrove says, hi mate. Hi mate, what hair products do you use? Love the style. I honestly don't know if this person's joking. I don't really know. I've put a bit of gel in the beginning of the week and just leave it as it is. Whatever. I don't even know what it looks like at the moment. It might be shit. Sam K says, £1/4 burger or £1/2 burger? I'm called Big Daddy. What fucking size do you think it is? James Marriott says, hi mate, question for the next video. Is the walk around check law? Yes. Kane 1993X says, let's be real, HGV tipper drivers are the worst HGV drivers in the UK. Quite frankly, for some reason, from what I've seen, most of them drive like knobheads. Wow! Bit harsh! Liam Carty says, good stuff Tom, seriously, you should become a police traffic officer. You have the right temperament, attitude and calmness. Oh my god, could you imagine me as a police officer? I would be fired in hours. Yeah, that would not work out well for anyone involved. But flashing lights, super cool.
70
Quiet. Turn left? No, this is a right, you nana. Silly sat nav. What are you even talking about? Why do people do that? They'll sit on the phones, but they'll sit with it here. Firstly, that's not a hands-free kit. Secondly, you ain't being sly. What did it achieve? Right, I think we're going down here.
Turn left.
It's a nice sharp one, so we're going to have to come out nice and wide for it. We're also going to check and make sure there is no coming along this road, which I think there isn't. But stuff has a habit of popping up. No one's followed me in, have they? Good, good. So yeah, I'm going to this quarry which is down here, and I'm going to be collecting a load of aggregate. But I will not be taking it all the way. Once I've collected this, I'm back to the yard, and that is me done for a full week. I am super excited. There will be another video next week, and oh, hello! How are we doing? I shall come in nice and tight for you, sir. Keep the grip. Uh-oh. Hello, sir!
Ah, how you doing, son? There's nothing happened. I've moved up there, so you'll be loaded straight away.
Oh, I thought you were about to say there's no one up there, so you're not getting loaded.
No, he's like there, but he's got it all tidied up a bit.
Nice, right, grand job, thank you very much, mate. So that's what I like about doing tipper driving up. He's actually that's a walking floor like I used to drive. But when you're coming down these little lanes, all the drivers are super helpful, are always willing to offer some advice and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's not just that, but also as well, I've been finding with working for BTs, and it's definitely in stark contrast with working for Dents. There is a proper family feeling. I was at a site just before. I didn't see the other Dent driver, well, the other BT's drivers come in, should I say. And I was sweeping the trailer out. Next thing, someone appears with a John Beatty's t-shirt on, with a shovel and with a brush. And he came and helped me. Didn't ask, nothing like that. Just came and helped. Had a good crack with him, and that was that. And it's sometimes, yeah, you just kind of, I don't know. Sometimes you just know you've made a right decision with a company. And for me, my biggest problem with Dents was always the how unfriendly it seemed, almost intimidating at times. You were very much just a number by yourself. But with this, it's yeah, it's really good. I do love working for this company. Right, we'll spin it around here. Nice and wide, don't fall into the ditch. That would be a terrible idea. So what we'll do is we'll get loaded, and I'll get spun back round, and yeah, we'll chat again as I'm heading back home. Once again, thank you so much for watching. It has been another superb week. However, next week, for me, I've got a week off, and I'm excited. I can't wait. We're going to go to the safari. Never been to one before. Apparently monkeys come and poo on your car. So that'll be interesting. The video will be back next week though, because apparently I am super organised. I don't understand how I've managed to do this. Probably just luck, I would suspect. And yeah, so I will be putting another video out the week afterwards. So timey-wimey, stuff like that. There'll be another video next week. But as for the video, that's it. It's all done. It's wrapped up quite nicely. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your question is for comments with Big Daddy, or whatever I'm calling it. I can't remember now. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the little bell malarkey, because you have to for some reason. Click like or dislike if you didn't like it. If you didn't like it, do not click like. That's a terrible idea. So thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.